There are 26 letters in the alphabet, right? 21 consonants and 5 vowels. Today we are going to talk about the vowels, all right? So the vowels, as you know, are A, E, I, O, and U, all right? They make both long and short sounds, which we call phonemes. The short sounds are, we have A, make A, as in apple. E, I'm going to go down here, make as in egg. And sometimes people say elephant. I makes as in igloo. And again, some people use iguana. O makes as in octopus. Right? And U makes as an umbrella. Both the short E and the short I, their phonemes, which is their sound, are very similar. And children can have a lot of trouble distinguishing between the two. And that's why you see the E and the I interchanged between words very commonly for young beginning learners. A good way to remember all these short vowel sounds is the following phrase. Sad, ed, is not up. Okay. So we have sad, short A, ed, ed, is short I, o, short O, up, U, short U. And the way we distinguish it is with this little symbol right here, if you notice. If you ever see that symbol, they're talking about the short vowel. So, and typically short vowel words are used in what we call CVC, which stands for consonant, vowel, consonant, as in the word hop. We have a consonant, a vowel, and a consonant. And because it's one syllable and it starts with a consonant, ends with a consonant, the vowel is typically short. So hop is an example, cat is an example, let, mit, and cut. These are all examples of short vowel words that follow CVC. If you think of Dr. Seuss, hop on pop, all of his words are very simple, short, one syllable, short vowel words. Okay. Going back to short E, short E sound. It can also be made another way, which we call a grapheme. The grapheme is the written representation of the phoneme. So the letter E is a grapheme for the short E sound, but it can also be the letters EA. So EA can make the short E sound, as in the words ahead, feather, tread, heaven, dead, head. So together, if you notice, they make the short E sound. But once again, if you notice consonant, consonant, they're grouped by consonant. We actually call that a closed syllable, and we'll talk about that in another lesson. Okay. So those are the basic short vowel sound, and that's what we start first with children when we start teaching them. Now we're going to go to long vowels. So our same 5 vowels also make a long vowel sound. And when we say long vowel sound, we say that they say their name. Meaning, long vowel A is A, the long vowel E is E, the long vowel I is I, long vowel O is O, and the long vowel U is U. They say it's their names. So there are tons of patterns that make each of these long vowel sounds, which is the phonemes. But we're going to focus on the most basic pattern we call VCV, vowel, consonant, vowel. So I've also seen it written as CVC, and it has that silent E at the end. When I taught, this is what we were asked to use. So what we're saying is there's a vowel, there's a consonant, and it ends in a vowel, and in this case, it's going to be the silent E. So, for instance, example is the word name. We have vowel, consonant, vowel. Or if you want to look at it this way, consonant, vowel, consonant, silent E. So we're saying that A is long. I'm not going noun, I'm going name, because there's a silent E at the end. You don't hear it. So that there's two different ways that we tell students. We say when two vowels go walking, the first one does the talking. Or another, more morbid way, is the E gave up its life so the A can say its name. So we have the long vowel A there. So that's one example. All of these vowels have a vowel, consonant, silent E pattern. So other examples can be these. Bike, bone, and then U actually has two long vowel sounds, which we're going to go over more in another lesson, but they are mule and flute. If you listen carefully, you might hear a difference. Mule, flute, all right? But they follow that U consonant E. And once again, I don't say that E at the end of these words. It's not bikey, it's bike. So we're going to be going over other patterns later, but this is typically the very first pattern that you teach students for long vowels.